Where does... Oh, she used to. This used to be her room, because she was one of the first. Obviously, she don't like him. But you see what I mean about him sitting on the chairs? Look. You don't have to put chairs in. Don't get me wrong. You don't have to put chairs in. Oh, she's sharing. Greetings, I will say. Good, I hope. Right, welcome back to TekTopia. So, in the last episode, I did a mod showcase on it, didn't I? Showing you how to get started and everything else. We did the town hall, which is the only thing you can craft and the first thing you need to do to get your village started. I forgot to show something in there. Somebody reminded me. I can't remember who you are, but thank you very much for reminding me. There's a chest that spawns in there, so I'll show you. I've done a little bit of work since then. I'm no longer in creative. I'm trying to play this au naturel. A few of you said you're going to do a little bit of a mod showcase, let's play, and that's what I'm doing. Right, so let me show you. Got some new stuff to show you today. Today's all going to be about the druids coming into your towns, your villages, the spawning, and also storage rooms, because she's not very well at the moment. As you can see. If we go into here, so obviously I showed you need to do the town hall first. When you do your town hall, I'll put some chairs in here because these use the chairs, sit on. This chest will spawn. This is what will be inside. I've not used it, I just want to show you. So you'll be able to build yourself a house, build yourself a storage room, and you'll have these two, farmer and lumberjack, which is what you first really need to get yourself going. Okay, so your town hall, you spawned it, you know all about that. You can go back and watch the other video. Storage rooms. Now, storage rooms have got a couple of things, okay. They need to be located, it says, nearest to your town, because everybody who works in your village is going to go to your storage room. Okay? You can't have stacked chests. So you can't, if you just do this, you can't stack a chest on there. It'll only recognise the chests that's at the same level as the bottom of the floor. So this is the bottom of the floor level. So it'll only recognise and use these chests. Okay? They'll recognise a crafting table and they'll recognise a furnace. Only one crafting table and one furnace. If you put multiple in there, they won't use it. They'll just queue up. Okay, and then they'll use a chest. You'll see. Also, if you was to put stuff in here, better stuff than they've got, when their stuff runs out, like I've got a miner at the moment, which will be for another episode, he's coming here, he's realised there was an iron pickaxe I'll put in here for him, he's jumped that off, and he's dropped some stuff in here. He's also out there mining. He can't keep himself tidy. He's put some stuff somewhere. Can't remember where to put it. So yeah, your storage room. Don't stack the chest up. So don't put. You could pull a chest there and use it, but they won't use it. They'll only use these ones here at the same level as the bottom of the floor. Okay. They'll only recognise one crafting table per storeroom and one furnace. So that's all there is really to be honest with you about the storage. Now, your nomads that wander into your village, so you can expand it. If you've only got 2 villagers, okay, there's a chance it'll spawn like quite a few in one go. Okay, so if you've only got 2 villagers, to get your population up, you'll realise there's probably, I think it's 33% chance it'll spawn probably nine of them in one go to come and find your village. Now, what I will say is, if you're on a bit of an island like I am here, make some bridges. Okay, because I was here playing around, nobody. I went across here, which I'll show you, which is where they spawn for me. I'll go across here. I went over here. And there was absolutely, he's a blacksmith. I ain't built him nowhere to go yet, so he just wanders around all day. If we go right across here, right next to the boundary, you'll probably see one across here. Here he is, look. I get 1 a day now, spawn. Right, and they find the way to me. I came across here, there must have been 9 of them. And they're up in the hill. They couldn't find, obviously, a way to get across with their pathfinding. Here's one here, we'll have a look at him in a second. They're wandering, if you don't do anything, they'll just wander out and one will return the next day. But because there's water here, ran all the way around the edge, like so, and across there, they couldn't find a path, so they're up this hill, then they're going back round the hill and coming back round here. As you see now, he'll wander in here. He doesn't wander to my path, but he'll wander in here. We can click on him. So, I think this is what they are. I mean, I've not given them a job, but I think that's what they could be, a cleric. I'm not too sure. Obviously, happiness, hunger, health, and I think this is their how clever they are, their skill level. Because if we go across and have a look at my farmer, so we're wondering now, if I had enough money, enough emeralds, which I've not got, we're really skint on emeralds at the moment, so we could offer him a job. He'll just wander around for a bit, then he'll clear off. So if we go across and have a look at our farmer, which will be the first one, I'd say nothing as well, these farmers. She, for the first time, she come in here and planted these. I robbed this from the other village. She went straight across there, she went over there, and she got herself some sugarcane. So they are really, really clever. She's not the elfish at the moment, as you can see. She's hungry. She's not hungry. She's hungry. She's not happy at all. Because from what I can make out, I need to make kind of a tavern. which is you can put a jukebox in there and then go in and have a drink and everything else. She's got some stuff on her. She's got food. You know what I mean? So she can eat. I don't know why she just set something there. She's a level 10 now, farmer, because she's been farming. She's the only farmer I've got. Her elf's pretty good. I will say, if I was you and you were playing this, sleep the nights away, because if the zombies come in, they absolutely destroy your villagers. So I made the houses. I will show you the house in this one. The houses, obviously, use the two. So I have 2 beds in here. Okay, don't think. Put a chair in. Okay, just put a chair in, because you'll realise they'll come in here, they'll sit down on the chair, and then they'll chat to each other. She's going back to the thing. She's proper ill. She's proper unhappy. She's probably starving because she's working really hard. The chef, I've got a chef, which I'll show you over there. That's the chef's kitchen, but that's for another episode. But yeah, so realistically, me personally, the first thing, obviously, build your town hall. Then build yourself a storage room. Okay, get yourself a lumberjack and a what's the name. You nomads will spawn. Keep a lookout, because if you ain't got any spawning, go and have a look, because they'll be spawning somewhere. Oh, but there's one there, and they'll be struggling to pathfind, especially if there's water between. They won't go for a swim. They will not swim across there. They'll struggle to find it and get across. Okay, so make a temporary bridge or a bridge so they can get to your village. Then they will find your village. Then you'll be able to buy stuff, click them, and give them what's names. As you can see, I've already got mine. We'll do the mine in the next episode, but we'll do mine in the kitchen in the next episode. But this episode, we'll call it, like I said, storage room. Only recognises chests on this level, the level of the bottom of the floor. Okay, don't stack them up, because it will not work. I think you can move stuff around, so they'll put certain stuff in certain chests, you know what I mean, and keep it all together. I mean, they make their own charcoal. I think the cook makes the charcoal. If she's got nothing to cook with, I think she can make the charcoal and that. So she's making the sugar from the sugar cane. I tell you what, it's an absolutely awesome. We'll let them sleep so you can see them sleep. It's done so well, this is. I mean, Mine Colony's done well on that, but this, absolutely brilliant. It's so relaxing, it's easy. Obviously, you know what I mean, you got to keep fighting the skeletons and things. And I found out what that, in the first one, I said, oh, I don't know what this black thing is. Like a mob. I do know what it is now, so I will be explaining that, because you have a bit of a problem with them, I can tell you, once your village starts growing. But yeah, so there's we've done town hall, we've done the old storage, which is what you do. The next thing we'll do is we'll show you the rooms. Obviously, the rooms are dead easy. They work on the same thing. Obviously, the floor, the beds have to be same level as the floor. They will pathfind upstairs, but here we go. As you can see, sitting on a chair. Right, if you don't put a chair in there, it probably thinks, what are you looking at, you weirdo? If you don't put a chair in there, he's what's the name, but he's sitting on a chair. Look, he's having a look. I did it so they can all look at each other, which they do. If we go down here, you see, he used to share with the, blacksmith shares with the cook now. Where does, she used to. This used to be her room, because she was one of the first. Obviously, she don't like him. But you see what I mean about him sitting on the chairs? Look. You don't have to put chairs in. Don't get me wrong. You don't have to put chairs in. And, she's sharing with the miner now. Probably fancies the miner. But they're quite happy. There's some sparkles going on. But obviously she's not happy. She's a bit down. That's my kitchen. I'll show you that in another episode. But yeah, that's it. So, I'm going to just sort these out for these. So, town hall you already know. Storage room, build it somewhere where they've not got miles to walk, because they do that. They'll go across there. The cook will use it. The miner use it. So keep it pretty central to your town hall. That's my town hall. Obviously, I didn't show you it, did I? That's supposed to be like a clock up there. You know, it's your imagination. That's my town hall. Obviously, when you spawn your town hall in, because I didn't explain it very well last time, these two will spawn in, and this chest will spawn in with them bits in there for you to start your town hall. So you can make yourself a home, so you've got somewhere to sleep. Obviously, your storage room. They're the 2 things you're going to start with. They're the 2 things you need to get your stuff built up. And away you go. And I tell you what, you're going to absolutely love it. Let me just see if we can... she's poor. Look at her. She's had enough. She's proper had enough. She has. She's never got to sleep, though, does she? I'm happy enough she's gone up a little bit. Perhaps because she's talking in there. They'll be happier once I get a tavern, a bar, a pub built. Let me just... I want you to hear them snoring. It's absolutely awesome when they start snoring. It's just such a good thing. The only thing is, like I said, I mean, you do the what's name? Town hall storage. Me personally, a guard would probably come in handy, but you need your resources so you can use it. I can hear a zombie around here somewhere. I need to go get myself some of that food. I'll put a few torches around here. This is also, like I said in the first episode, make sure you get yourself some cows and pigs and chickens everywhere else, because you're going to need leather for all your item frames and everything else, and just general food. And then when you progress further on for I think you get a pig pen and a sheep pen and everything else. Have they gone to sleep yet? Yeah, listen. Him snoring. Love it. I just love that. I just love it. It's just an excellent little mod. Excellent little mod this is. Absolutely. If you ain't not downloading it, you're not playing it, you just want to play something that's relaxing, I can't recommend it enough. But for this episode, I think we'll call it. We'll come back next time. I'll show you around the houses and I'll concentrate on the kitchen because in order, that, then that. Obviously, you've got a houses, then kitchen because food is your problem. These will starve to death and they're not happy and they work slow when they've got no food. They also don't work when it rains. So if it rains, they'll just go and sit inside for the day because they're lazy gits. Another thing I want to tell you. They don't seem to acknowledge the acacia trees. I think they do birch. Obviously, they do oak, so get yourself some oak saplings. But when it comes down to the acacia trees, they're not bothered. I put pens around these because I wanted to keep them, thinking they might start chopping them down. He didn't. First thing he did, the lumberjack, he went straight off and he was walking. Have I got something to eat before I starve? He was walking all around the place looking for some oak. Now, I had a quick look on the wiki. I think they do birch and oak, but they definitely do not register these. And also, if you've got oak trees and you didn't want to chop them down, remove that block. Underneath that block, put a stone and then put that block back and they won't recognise it. Okay, so they won't attack it or chop it down. Because obviously you think to yourself, oh, will they chop down all my wooden buildings? They won't because they don't recognise that. But if you wanted to keep an oak tree in your middle of your village, remove that block, remove the block underneath, put a stone block, put the block back, and then they'll leave that tree alone. But like I said, these, they don't seem to recognise. They're not. I don't know if it's going to be changed or whatever, but they just definitely do not seem to recognise acacia wood. And that's it. So thank you very much. Thank you for everybody who's watching it and everybody who's liked it. And the person who reminded me about that chest in there because I'm stupid. You take care and I'll see you next one of TekTopia. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. And for the rest of you, don't worry about it. Advents of Essentia, they're still there. Cheesy Pack still there. And my server thing, still there. Oh my god, I'm so busy. You take care. See you later. Bye. Right. I think it's time for me to go to bed and get these lazy getters of villagers up and working.